Bradley Cooper isn't the only actor turned director coming out of the gate with a stellar debut. Stick around and find out why Jonah Hill's Mid90s is the film that you cannot let skate past you. What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Men vs. Movies. I'm Griffin, as always, and if this is your first time checking out one of our videos, consider clicking that subscribe button where we take on the best and worst of cinema on a weekly basis. Jonah Hill is making his big foray into directing with his film Mid90s, which stars Sonny Suljic, Lucas Hedges, and Katherine Waterston. Working both as a youth and revolt story and a dark comedy, Mid90s follows 13-year-old Stevie as he navigates a troublesome home life, abusive relationship with his older brother, and a desperate need to belong. After stumbling into an LA skate shop, Stevie begins to try his hand at skateboarding in an attempt to fit in with these kids that are significantly older than him. But while Stevie may have found an escape from his home life, he simultaneously may be derailing from the straight and narrow. So as you can see, I'm wearing my Pinky in the Brain shirt. I'm a kid of the 90s and early 2000s, and so I was very much ecstatic for what Jonah Hill was going to do with this authentic-looking period piece. Based off the trailers, he promised to embrace the culture and aesthetic of the 90s, and after seeing the film, I could not be more thrilled to say that he completely delivers on that promise. Let me tell you, this is a fantastic first film from writer-director Jonah Hill that depicts the close social bond of 90s skate culture. I originally saw this film at TIFF a little over a month ago, and during the post-screening Q&A, Jonah Hill mentioned a conversation he actually had with director Martin Scorsese. And the fascinating thing is that what was supposed to be a 15-minute lunch turned into a 4-hour-long discussion over Hill's script. Now, it's funny because the two actually share the same agent, and of course, they had worked together previously on The Wolf of Wall Street, for which Jonah Hill earned an Academy Award nomination. And in Mid90s, I think it's safe to say that we can see him drawing from his mentor a little bit. The film opens with a punch. Literally, as we see little Stevie getting brutally attacked by his older brother, played by Lucas Hedges, and the audience is just sitting there feeling every single impact of it. Kudos to the sound team for their incredible work here. And I say that because this act is only a mere taste of the dark, gritty realism that is to come. Now, I mention all of this because it's precisely how Scorsese would showcase domestic abuse in his films. There's no music or soundtrack playing during this scene, it's just pure, unsettling violence. And through scenarios like this, Hill manages to make his film more than just a nostalgia piece. It's really a street-level look at troubled kids finding friendship through skating. And speaking of those kids, let's talk about all of the performances, because other than Lucas Hedges and Katherine Waterston, these are all newcomers. Sonny Suljic has a bright future ahead of him. This kid really showed off his acting chops here. He's a lovable lead who you feel dearly for. But I think what Suljic does so well here is he's able to express the internal struggle that is going on inside of Stevie. There are very few emotional outbursts from Stevie. Everything is internal and expertly performed. And through all of that, we're really able to connect with Stevie, understanding his abusive home life and the effect it has on him, and then understanding how he really wants to fit in with these skater kids and why he uses it as an escape. And so in terms of performances, Sonny Suljic really is the standout here. But I will say Lucas Hedges, with the little screen time he's given, makes a serious impact. I don't think we've ever seen Lucas Hedges like this, and so I appreciated him branching out and being more of this brutish, abusive older brother who clearly has his own issues that we learn about as the film progresses. And as for the supporting cast of skater kids, I think my favorite part about their performance was how authentic they were. Hill very wisely selected kids who had never acted before, yet were no strangers to the lifestyle being depicted here. It all adds to the authenticity of the film and made it seem as though these were just simply kids at their local skate park being documented. My favorite part, though, about the bond between Stevie and his new skater friends was the realization that although someone's home life may be bad, there may be others in the group who have it worse for you, putting things into perspective. But in the end, skating really allowed them an outlet to be free, cope with the pain, and connect. While the performances really sell what Hill is trying to convey here, I think a good portion of it can really be rooted back to his script. Hill's voice is all over this script, especially in terms of dialogue. When the kids are cracking one-liners or engaging in brotherly shit talk, if you will, it was not only absolutely hysterical, but I could wholeheartedly envision Jonah Hill delivering these lines, making it even better. You can really tell that he put his heart and soul into crafting this picture by taking the passion of his youth and genuinely documenting it. His decision to shoot on 16mm film, utilize a 4:3 aspect ratio, mix in a killer time capsule of a soundtrack, and a fittingly mood-enhancing score from Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, what a perfect choice for a 90s film, I might add, are all masterful decisions that will have audiences convinced that he dug up a flick from 25 years ago. Before I give my rating on the film, why don't you take a second here and like the video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the Men vs. Movies channel for more videos such as this. While the film didn't quite stick the landing and left me a little unfulfilled, I do think Jonah Hill achieved what he set out to do, and certainly has a promising future ahead of him as both a writer and director. It's a film with a lot of heart, and despite its darkness, still managed to put a smile on my face, and sure smelled like teen spirit to me. So for all those reasons and the reasons I've mentioned throughout my review, I'm ultimately going to be giving Jonah Hill's Mid90s Armored Up. And now I want to hear from you all. I want to know what your favorite 90s film is, and if you've seen Mid90s, I want to know your thoughts on that film down in the comments section below. Thanks as always for watching. You can like Men vs. Movies on Facebook, follow us on Twitter simply by searching Men vs. Movies, and lastly guys, if you like me specifically and you like what I have to say, you can always give me a follow on Twitter at Griff Schiller. All right, that'll do it for this review guys, and until next time, take care.